Oh, hello. Welcome into my workshop and welcome to the show Creations in Clay. My name is Louis Palladini, and tonight I'd like to do an animal that everyone is familiar with. I want to do a wolf pup, and I will show you how to do that from start to finish. I figured he'd be a cute little addition to the other animals that I've done recently. And I'll show you how to paint it, sculpt it, and it's a cool little project. I'll show you the types of clay that you can use. There's an oil-based clay such as this, and I used to use this all the time when I was a little kid. And you can make all kinds of little animals with it, and then when you're through with it, you just roll them up in a ball and make something else. And you can do a tremendous amount of detail with this. You know, it was a good clay to use, to practice with. Another type of clay that you can use is an air hardening clay such as this, which hardens in a couple of hours or overnight. It can be bought in any art store. And you can paint it and everything will be permanent once you're done. And then my preference for the clay is a clay called Super Sculpey, which can be baked in the oven at about 275 degrees for about 15 or 20 minutes. You can bake it, you can sand it, drill it, and you can get a tremendous amount of detail on this clay. And it's wonderful. The size balls of clay that we'll be using tonight, I have this size right here. You see these two small little balls here. We're going to use those for the ears. This is going to be the body. And these two smaller balls that I'm attaching here are going to be for the ears on the head. We have two small balls of clay here. These are going to be the hind legs, or the rear legs. And then the two front legs will be these balls of clay here. And then the head for the wolf pup will be made with this size ball of clay here. So I'll show you what we're going to do first. I'm going to pick up the model that I had built last night, and we're going to do the body right here without the legs, and then I'm going to take the other ball of clay and attach it to the body in a minute, and I'll show you how to do that. We'll take this ball of clay here, and you can see just kind of squeeze it in the hands. I'm going to show you how we're just going to almost into like a potato-like shape, just like that. And what we're going to do is, I want to show you kind of do that. And then we're going to attach, this is the shape that I want right now, but I'm going to attach the other ball of clay for the head, which is right here. And then we're going to take and kind of push that like this. See, I'm kind of pushing it in. We're going to attach it really nicely. Just kind of meld that clay together, just like that. See, I'm just kind of working it. I'm going to go around and just work it like that. And then what I want to do is now that we've got these attached like that, I'm going to take and work on the wolf snout. So what I'm going to do, or the wolf pup's wolf snout, see I'm kind of moving and shaping this into the shape of the snout. See that I'm doing that? Kind of just take and go like that, and then go like that, and we can do that. What I want to do is kind of look and see where I'm at with it. And I'll show you what we're trying to do. See this other wolf pup that I worked on last night? We're going to try to make this snout here, the head, and eventually we're going to add the ears. And then I'll show you, we're going to split the jaw so it can open up. I'll show you how we'll do that. I'm going to take this now and just kind of work the snout a little bit like this, and try to, just like that. See that snout that I made? That's what it will look like from the front, that's what it will look like from the side, and that's what it will look like from the other side. And what we want to do is, I have a toothpick here. These can be bought in the supermarket or CVS or, you know, a general store like that. And what I want to do, I like the one with the two pointed ends. We're going to take this now, and we're going to split the jaw right down the middle here. So I'm going to take this, see this? And I'll show you, see how that, I'm pushing it in? And then I'm going to do it from the other side. See that? Then you're going to just go from the other side, like that. See how I'm just going from the side? And you can open it up that way. I'm gonna, so the next step in the process is I kind of want to open that up. See, I'm kind of opening up the mouth right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the sculpting tool. I want to show you, we've used this one in the past with a nice triangular head, and we're going to use that to kind of take away from the inside of the jaw. And I'll show you the type of package that it will be bought in. If you go to the art store, you can buy a package. It's probably about 7 or 8 tools like this, and this will be one of them. There's usually about 3 metal tools in there, and they have some other like plastic ones. We'll proceed to hollow out the jaw here. I'll show you. I'm going to move this down. Then see this? We want to take and go like this. See that? We take some of the clay, we're hollowing it out. Like that. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take the round end and just kind of stick it in there, just smooth it out a little bit. And then I also want to take and do the same thing for the lower jaw right here. See how we're going to take this? Just take that and scoop out some of the clay in the lower jaw. Just like that. And I'm going to take a look now and see how that looks. Make sure that everything looks okay. I'm going to take and just use this to kind of go back and forth to smooth it out a little bit. And then one of the things I want to do for the lower jaw, and what I've done in the past, is I'll take some of the clay that I dug out here. We want to make a tongue. So I'll show you. Take this clay and put it together. And then we're going to take, see this, how I'm squeezing it, flattening it out? I'm going to take my finger on one side, kind of push it like that. And then I'm going to take and do the little tongue like this. See the shape? That's what you want. And then what we'll do is we'll stick that in the mouth here, right here. We're going to put that in like that. And push it back in. But then we're going to take the toothpick and we're going to make a little crease in it like this to give it some, make it look more realistic. See how I did that? Pretty cool, huh? So now what we're going to do is I want to look at my other model that I had worked on last night, and I think we'll proceed to make this nose right here. See that little nose with the holes in it? We're going to take and make that right now. And we're going to take a piece of clay. I always like to have a little extra clay on hand. And we're going to take and put this, I'm going to take a little piece of clay. And I'll show you probably about this size here, very tiny. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take and flatten it a little bit. And I'm going to make it into like a nose-like shape. See that? That's the nose-like shape. And we're going to place that, I'll show you right here, in front of the, on the jaw. See, I'm just kind of putting that in the front there. We'll work that like that. And then what I want to do is get a toothpick. I'm going to take, I have a toothpick with a flat head right here. I got 2 types, the one with a flat head and then the one with the double point. So we're going to use the one with a flat head right here. I'm going to take and we're going to press the toothpick in like this. like that. And then I'm going to take and press it on the other side. Just like this. Just going to take and, sure we did that right. And that's the nose. And then what we're going to do is I want to build up the head a little bit more too on the sides. We'll take some clay, the additive technique, and I think we'll build out this jar a little bit because I want to put some fur, and I'll put some clay on the other side. So we're going to take and kind of create that jawline. See how I'm taking the clay like that with my fingers and creating that jawline? See how you go like this? And we'll build that out a little bit. And then I'm going to build it out on the other side also. I'm going to get some clay here. Add to the side like that. And we're going to try to make sure that we're building that jawline. Like that. And then I want to get ready to do the eyes. But I think before we do the eyes, I'd like to do the ears. Remember these two balls of clay that I mentioned before? We're going to take these and we're going to make them into a triangular shape. I'll show you. Take this, I'll put one down. We're going to flatten this out like this. Then I'm going to make a triangular shape like this. See that? And then what I'm going to do is take my thumb and make like an indentation in it, like this. You kind of push it in a little bit to create an indentation for the ear. See how I created that nice little indentation by pressing my thumb in there? And then we'll proceed to do the same for the other one. We'll take this, I'll pick this up, flatten it out. Then you kind of want to make it into a triangular shape, like that. Maybe tap it a little on the bottom there. And then I'm going to put my thumb in there to create that imprint, or this is my finger. See how I'm doing that? See how I created that indentation? And then what we'll proceed to do is we're going to add these to the side of the head. I want to make sure, look at my other model, see where it is. See how I like to look at these again, just to make sure I'm putting it in the right spot. I'm going to take and place those right here, and just kind of work it in with my fingers. See that? Go all the way around, and even the front, just take my fingers and I kind of pinch the clay in there to make sure that it's secure. And I'm going to proceed to do the other one on the other side. So take this and pick it up. And just kind of work, see I'm working that in? Just like that. And then on the front, just take and kind of press it in like that. So one of the things I want to do next is I want to create the eyes. So we're going to take this sculpting tool here, the one with the triangular head, and we're going to go like right about here. I'm going to take that and go like that. And then we'll do it on the other side. So I'm just taking that, scooping out like that, and then I'll go back and scoop from the other side. And I'll just try to, you want to make them approximately the same size. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take these little balls of clay that we kind of scooped out, and we're going to roll them up and put them back into the, like with the eye again. But what I'm going to do is take this tool now and just kind of press it in to almost give it like that curved shape. Just like that. See how I'm doing that? You want to get that curved shape. And I'll proceed to do that with the other side. See, I picked up this clay here. And then we're going to place that in the eye here. And now I'm going to press it in here with the tool, just like that. You'll see there'll be a really cool effect once we finish this. And I'm going to make a couple of like eyebrows or eyelids. I'm going to take a little piece of clay off here, or a couple of pieces. And what you do is take them, roll them in your hand. See this, how I'm rolling this here? And I'll show you what, see that little area? It looks like a little brow. We're going to put that on top of the eye, right here. I'm going to put that up, see that? I'm going to take and put that like that. Kind of build up the eye a little bit. And we're going to proceed to do it in the same on the other side. Take a little piece of clay here, roll it almost like that. See that shape? And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to take and place that on there and just kind of work it in. And then what I want to do is I want to take the toothpick, and we're going to take that and we're going to put that right inside the for the eyeball there and go like that. And we're going to do the same on the other side. See how cool that looks? Nice effect. Don't worry if the proportion's a little off, but these techniques over time you'll learn how to do it, and there's ways I can show you later where you can make sure that the proportions are exactly the same on both sides. But I'm just trying to teach you a concept here. What we can do is, what I'd like to do now maybe is rough this up a little bit, the fur. See this? We take the toothpick. I'm going to rough that up a little bit on the top here too, also. And I'm going to go all the way around with the toothpick. And then where the head is, I want to kind of, you want to do little short strokes up here for the time being. Just like that. And then the ears, I would put your finger underneath the ear here, and we can do the top part of the ear like this. See that? We're just kind of scratching the surface. Just like that. To give that fur-like effect. And then we can proceed to do the same on the other side. There, see how I'm just kind of taking the toothpick and running short strokes. Just kind of go like that. Just like that. And then what we can do is I want to build a little more on the face. So I want to kind of make this a little bushier on the side, so you can take longer strokes here. Rough it up nicely. You want to do the small strokes with the face, though. And I'll try to do that on the other side, too. I'm going to flip them around. You just kind of work that clay like that to give you, see that? Just like that. Short strokes. Do the jaw a little bit under here. But see how that's coming out? It's coming out pretty nice. You know. And then on the jaw, the upper jaw, I'm going to take a little piece of clay. I'm going to build it up a little bit on either side here. I'm going to stick that in there to kind of build up the jaw a little bit there. And I'll take another piece and put it in the other side. just to build it up a little bit. And now what we want to do is, now that we've kind of done the face, I want to see if I can start to work on other parts of the body. So I want to take the thing and kind of place him here, place him down, like that. Then I'm going to take a couple of these other balls of clay here. These ones here, we're going to make the hind legs. So when you see what I'm doing here, so I'm kind of pinching the clay. I'm making the leg. So you almost want to have a ball here, and then it gets thinner through here. And I'll do the same for the other one. I'm going to put this one down, and I'll show you how to do the other one. Just kind of take it and work it with your fingers like this, and pull it out, just like that. And we'll make sure that they're approximately the same size. And now I'll show you what we're going to do is we're going to place that on the side here. Just like that. And just kind of work that in. You want to kind of, because you want those haunches or the back kind of built out a little bit. And then we're going to place it on the other side and do the same thing. So I'm going to take this piece here, and we're going to place it right here, just like that. And I'll show you how to build up the back legs a little more. What we're going to do is I'm going to take some clay here using the additive technique. And I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to build up back here. I'm going to add a little clay. What I'm trying to do, I'll show you on the model I did last night. See this back leg here? I was kind of rounded off. And then you have the paw. We're trying to do that. And then we'll do the same for the other side. That's what the effect that I'm trying to create. So put this back down, and I'll show you. So see that? Just like that. And work it like that. That's approximately right. And we'll do the same for the other side. Because over time, I'll show you how to make this better and better. I just kind of want to let you see how some of these muscles are built out on the haunches and things when they're sitting down. Another thing that we want to do is we want to add the front legs. I'll show you. We want to add, see this leg here on the wolf pup? We're going to add this leg here on the right, and then we're going to have his paw up on the left, just like this. So I'll show you how to do that. We're going to take these two balls of clay here and almost make them into a shape of like a log, like this. See that shape? And then what I want to do in this one is this is going to be the right. So we're going to take, almost create like a little foot. And that's the shape that you want for that. And then what we're going to do is pick up this model here, and we're going to take, and I'm going to place it right here, on this side right here. See that? And you work it in. And then I'm going to take and put more clay. Add clay here. The additive technique. You want to kind of build up that shoulder area. Just like this. You want to build that up. Just like that. Don't worry if it isn't perfect. You're learning a concept here, and over time, you'll as I show you other shows, you'll see how this all comes into place. I want to make the other leg now. And we're going to do that, pull it out almost like a log, just like this. And I'm going to kind of like take and push his paw kind of like over like that. See, I'm kind of doing that. You see the angle? And then what we'll do is we're going to attach this right about here on the wolf pup. But what I'm going to do is build it up a little more. We want to create that shoulder muscle. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this, see how I'm taking this and I'm adding this, and it's almost like an angle. Just like that. See how I built that up a little bit? You got the shoulder muscle there? That's what we want to do. So now as we proceed, we want to add one more thing to the wolf pup. We're going to take a piece of clay. I'm going to just tamp this down a little bit. And I want to get a piece of clay here, and I want to create the tail. So the tail here, I'm going to get this ball of clay. I'll show you the size that we're going to use, like that. And we're going to take this now, and we're going to shape it into the shape of the tail. And I'll show you what it will look like. So you just kind of work it like this. Think of an upside down ice cream cone, and then you curve it. See that? And that's what it will look like. And then we're going to place this in the back of the wolf pup right here. Like that. Just kind of take your fingers and kind of squeeze it in there so it all works together. And now what we want to do is I want to take my toothpick now, and we want to create some of the paws. So on this front paw here, we're going to take and do 1, 2, 3. And then for the bottom paw here, we're going to do 1, 2, 3. And then for the rear, these paws here in the back, we're going to do 1, 2, 3. And then the other one here, we're going to do 1. See, 1, 2, 3. And then what I also like to do too is I'll take the toothpick and make like a little hole under here. That's to let some of the gas escape from the clay when it's firing in the oven. So what we proceed to do is we want to make fur on all the legs that we just created. So just take short strokes like this. And you're going to go all the way around like that. And you're going to just go all the way around, do all the legs. What I would do is kind of here, just kind of almost go like in a circular motion on this one. Just kind of go like that. I'm going to take some little short strokes here, like that. And you want to do that. But then on this side here, you probably want to just take, almost go like in a circular motion, like this. See that? Pretty cool. And then for the body, I would take strokes like this. Kind of go around like that. Just kind of work it. And you're going to do that all the way around the animal. You're going to do that in the tail. When you're doing the tail, you might want to kind of hold it a little bit with your fingers, but and just kind of get in like that. See that? You just kind of do it that way and go all the way around. You're going to want to do this leg here, like that. Just like that. You can do short strokes down here, but and just do strokes all along the body also, like that. I'll show you what it should look like when it's done. So you can see a real nice effect with the eyes and everything. This is the completed model right here, what it should look like. See the eyes? Nice effect when you take the toothpick and you poke the holes in there. You know, you can see all the fur that I made like on the back of the head, the strokes. You can see along the side there, the legs, see how it can build up the shoulder muscle, and I kind of built up the shoulder muscle here. And then I took and I did the nice short strokes with the toothpick all around the animal, or the wolf pup. And that's what it should look like prior to painting it. So I will show you the types of paints that we can use tonight. We can use these acrylic paints, which can be bought in any art store. I just want to get some of these things out of the way. And there's about 18 in this package, and we'll just use some basic paints. And I'll show you the colors that we'll use tonight. We want to use this tan-like color. I want to use this light blue color for the eyes. I want to use black for the eyes and the nose. And then I want to use a little brown to kind of touch up the fur a little bit once we paint it with the beige color. And then for the mouth, I want to use pink. And we'll proceed to put these aside. And I'll show you what types of brushes we'll use tonight. For the eye, I like to use a brush like this. It's got a fairly narrow point in the black nose, so that's one we'll use for that. We have another brush here that's pretty small, and I'll use that for the pink in the mouth area. And then for the, let's see, there's one more color that I feel I should add. It was almost like a cream or a yellow. And where we're going to add that is around the jaw a little bit, in the ears on the wolf pup. So we will be using that. I'll probably use this red brush here for doing that. And then for the body, I will use this size brush here. So we'll proceed to do the eyes first. I'll take this blue paint and then we'll dab it a little bit. And we're going to paint, see the eyes right here? Just dab it ever so slightly. Don't worry if you get a little on the rest of the body. We can always go back and touch it up later. So then we're going to proceed to do the other eye. I want to go back and maybe do a little more on the other eye. And then I'll take this and I'm going to open the black. And I'll show you what we'll do with that. Dip that in nicely. And I'm going to show you now, I'm going to pick this up, and I'm going to put the black right here. Let's see. I'll see if I can get it on this side too. I'm going to have to get a little more black paint. Dip that, and we'll dip it again. And then we'll dip right there. Yeah, it might take a little practice. If you get a little extra black on there that shouldn't be there, you can always go back over it again later. But that's, that's what that looks like. And what I'm going to do is proceed to use the cream color. And I will use this right here. And we'll do that. And that's what we'll paint the inside of the ears. See this area right here? I'm going to paint that like a cream color. Right there. I'll flip them over and I'll do the same thing on the other side. Just like that. Get a little more in there. And then for the area around the jaw, I like to maybe just touch it up with a little bit with the cream color. Just like that. And then for the mouth, what I'd like to do is use the pink. We're going to take that and we're going to proceed to paint the mouth pink. So what we'll do is kind of go in here like this. I'll try to do it more so you can see it. See that? And just kind of dab it a little bit at the tongue. And then just kind of dab the jaw there. So you see that? Pretty cool. And then what I'd like to do is, we didn't paint the black nose, but I'm going to get the brush for that one. I want to get that. We'll get that next. I'm going to paint the black nose right here. See how nice that looks now? And then we'll proceed to paint the body, I think. That'll probably be the next thing I'd like to do. I'll show you. We'll take this color here. I'm going to paint the entire pup this color. I'm going to go back and forth, back and forth. In here, like you see, you want to get the other side, go all the way around. Back and forth, back and forth. And then the leg here, you want to do the same thing, back and forth, back and forth. Just like that, and go all the way around. And then, just keep going back and forth like that. When you do the head area, you want to paint the back of the ears that way, the top of the head, just like that. And just be careful when you're getting down around the eyes now. I just want to kind of dab it a little bit and go around. Just do it very slowly. You want to get that area that's kind of bushy there. And go back and forth like this. Then on the body, you're going to go back and forth, like that. Just like that. And you will do the entire body in that manner, basically. So, what I would do next is I'll show you, you can take a little bit of the brown, and you can dab it on the fur there, and it kind of layers it a little bit. So now we're going to get the brown and kind of just dab this a little bit like this, kind of Just little dabs. You know, kind of contrast the color a little bit. And you can kind of do that all the way around on the face. And do that all around the wolf pup like that. And I will show you what the wolf pup will look like when it's done. This is the finished version. You can see that nice cream color that I had in the front of the jaw. And then on the lower jaw, the pink in the mouth. See the tongue? The nice blue for the eyes. And then the black, you know, where I made the holes with the toothpicks for the eyes. Nice black nose. Cream color for the ears. And then I painted it that nice like tan color, but then I kind of dabbed over the entire wolf pup with that brown color, so it kind of creates a nice contrast in the fur. So that's what the wolf pup will look like when you're completed. It's a really cool effect, and I do hope that you enjoyed doing the wolf pup tonight, and I want to thank you for coming to Creations in Clay, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you.